Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. It's Esther here, and today I want to show you my finished December day-by-day journal. So I worked almost every day in it in the last month, and when it's finished now, and I was going to do, planning on doing a quick well, how do you call it, flip through to show you all pages I made. I've seen a lot of you also made beautiful artwork in your journal. So if you want, you can also post your video or your work in our Facebook group. Well, this is my journal, and I'm going to start with the first page. It's not really December 1st yet, but this is my page I started with. I combined some paper of Graphic 45 with my own paper from the Reminiscence book, and in combination with some vintage papers I always use. So for the first page I used the Christmas figure set, one of the soldiers, or one there is one soldier, so I made it on the front page on the cover, combined with one of the rabbits from the book. It's a really strange combination, but that's what makes it fun, I think. And here's also one of the labels from the Reminiscence book, and I added a little eyelet to give it a little bit more extra. This is still an empty page. Not sure if I'm going to make something on that one, but it probably won't, because I'm already busy with new things. On the first page I made some kind of index, and I made this with the big monthly stamp from one of the new stamp sets. You can also use this for making calendars, or yeah, like this, to make some kind of index in your journal. Here I wrote down in short what I did every day in the month of December. And let me see, this is where we started on December 1st. What I did is I bought a new printer. It's a Selfie Square, and I like to use black and white pictures, so that's what I did on the first page. And after a while I thought it might be fun to put a tag behind it and write something on it to do some secret journaling, but I forgot, and it was already glued down, so I couldn't do that anymore. The only thing I could do was just pretending like there's a tag underneath them, but it's a little bit fake, so you can't pull this one out. December 2nd, that's where I used the same printer again to make my picture, but I also used some of the new elements from the from the note pieces set. So there's a die set with note pieces, and there's now a matching stamp set, so you can do journaling on those cute note pieces set. That was day 2. Day 3 I made a pocket out of the new tree page. So you can see this is the tree with the frame, and I added some acetate behind the page so I could slide another tag in. And this is a tag from I think it was from the first Reminiscence book, and well, it's not available anymore, but if you want to have this tag, you can find it in my Etsy shop. It's a digital download, so if you like those large tags, you can print them yourself. So that's what I did. Oh, and this is our Christmas tree, by the way. And let me see, I move over to page 4, and on page 4 I used what's it called? It's the pocket. It's a seed packet from the Sidekick collection. And in this pocket, oh, there's a tag from some Christmas ornaments I bought. And this is something I saw from Annette. She cut the pages from the Sidekick collection, the full pages, and then trimmed off the edges with the holes for the rings. So then you can make them beautiful cards with those tabs attached. So that's what I really like, and I use them quite a few times more in my journal, if I remember correctly. So again, some black and white pictures and some extra tabs, yeah, how do you call those? Tabs, I think. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I got a little bit confused. Here you see some new pocket pages. They are not available yet, but they will come soon. So I added pictures from our granddaughter, and she was celebrating her 8th birthday. And as you can see here, I made a pocket out of her picture. So I only glued down, I put some tape on the edges, and I didn't tape the top part, so you can slide anything behind it. So this is also a piece from the note pieces set. So this is the part you have to cut with your die cutting machine, and this is a stamp with all the lines already there. Moving over to page 6. Oh, that's the day I did a television show. It's not called Hochanda anymore, it's called the Craft Store. Yes, the Craft Store. Again, I made it possible to tuck something behind a picture on the left side. And this is the frame from also one of the new sets. It's called, let me check, I've got a little sneaking note next to me. Oh yeah, the Polaroid frame. Because we have so many names and numbers, I can't remember them all by head. This is the Polaroid frame. It's a little bit hard to see maybe, but this is one die. And then I put a picture behind it. And I didn't close it on the left side, so you can also put something in. As you also can see, I keep using the same large numbers throughout the whole month. So that makes it, it makes it all go together, you know. If I keep changing numbers, names, large, big, small, different colors, for me it's too much. So that's why I like to use the same numbers all over again. On day 7, you will see another piece from the note pieces set behind the picture. So there's this large one, and I also added a smaller one just to give it a little bit of more layering effect. And I used the word Lana. Lana is the new puppy, the dog, from our son and his wife and the children. And it's a gorgeous Labradoodle. So she's so cute, and her name is Lana. So she arrived at their home on December 7th. Over here I only used a film strip, which I printed with the selfie printer, and I added the girls from one of my new stamp sets. And here you can see the girl complete with the Christmas tree behind, and for this girl I trimmed off the tree, so it's the girl only, and here she's complete with the Christmas tree. Day 9, yes. What did I do over here? Yes, now I see. Do you see the frame over here, the black one? And that's one of the first releases we did, but I still think it's a fun element to use. So it fits exactly between the 2 rings here. And it's only suitable for the large planner, because the Sidekick planner, the rings are closer together. But it's really fun to use it in the middle like this. And I also glued it down, only on the sides, so you can put something in. So it always gives you a little bit more extra when you can tuck something in or behind a picture or card. I'm sorry, if that's what you like, of course. Well, here is day 10 again. And for day 10, I used the stamp, one of the weekly stamps. We have 2 different sizes now. There's one for the Sidekick and one for the large planner. And I trimmed off, and that's what I've also been seeing. Annette was doing that, yeah. She trimmed this off, so you have those little squares which you can journal in perfectly. And for that I used a tack topper, and the tack topper is from, we have a set called, it's with the, let me say, the tag with a pocket, and it also has tack toppers, yes. And that's one of those, and I trimmed it off a little bit on the sides. Here's one of the trees, and I also used the trees on day 11. And the large tree, that's one is the tree from the big set, the new one. The full page with the tree attached somewhere around here, but I flipped it, I turned it around, and so I could use it on the other side of the page. And then I added 2 smaller trees, and those come from the mason jar set, which we did. Which we also did last year. On day 12, we had Max Verstappen, and he became world champion in the Formula 1 racing. So I'm not a big fan of sports, but I like to watch this. So I added it in my journal, but I made it, well, I covered it up. So it's not immediately in sight when you open up the journal. Again, the large tree from the new set. And this is the first tree we did in the first Christmas collection. That's, I think, already 2 years ago. And if I'm correct, it is set number 1677. And it's still really a fun one to use, especially when you add acetate in between two of those outer shapes. So that's something I just wanted to add it in between because I think it's so much fun to use. On day 13, I used a sleigh from one of your sets, die sets. My girls are in it. And you can see it's a pocket die, and it's the wave pocket I used to make this. Some other bits and pieces, leftovers, and one of the tags I did, I think it was in a YouTube live. So that's just for keepsake thingies to put it in. Sorry. There's a lot of talking going on here. Page 14. I made some layers again, and as you can see, here's another page from the Sidekick collection. It is one of the full pages with a tab on the side, and I trimmed off the edges, otherwise it would have been larger, and I rounded the corners, and then I glued it down, made new holes again. So it's not that big on my page. Over here I used one of the elements from the Reminiscence book. I'm not sure if I've got one by hand, so I can show you what it is. Let me see. Yes, it's one of those frames, and I trimmed or I cut out the middle part, so like this, and then I added an eyelet here just to give it a little bit more extra details. And over here, I'm not sure if you can see it correctly, I used an old Dymo label, right? You know, the things you can punch in, and I found some transparent tape, but I don't think it's visible. I hope you can see it. And it says the name of the forest we were walking. So that was my day 14. Then move over to day 15. Well, just some layering. A card I got, an old picture from Amsterdam, and there's a really old car over here, a Fiat, a very small one with a huge tree in it. I will put it a little bit closer to the camera so you can see. And I just thought it was a fun picture to use. Nothing special on that day, but I just wanted to put something in. On day 16, is it 16? Yes. I used the arrow insert from one of the sets. It's a double arrow insert, but I only used one of them. And again, I cut out the middle part from one of those frames, and I added another eyelet. Labels again, the large numbers, and a cute picture of our youngest granddaughter. This is the back side of my arrow page. We went to the cemetery, yeah, for a funeral, and we also visited my sister-in-law, who died many years ago already. Over here I made a page with one of those large tags again, and I used the candles from the new candle page die set. I cut it out 3 times, and I used the I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the silver and gold foily like paper from Tim Holtz. Wait, maybe I can get it quickly from you. Oh yeah, yes, I've got it. It's this paper, and you can sand it, and you can oh, it's metallic paper. You can sand it, you can stain it with inks and things like that. So I'm not that much into shiny stuff personally, but this is really fun to use. Over here we had dinner with friends, so again some layering, some labels from the Reminiscence book, the large numbers, and this yummy thing comes from the circle words set. So that's a full set with all those circle words and little short words, but they're really fun to use. Number 19, let me see. Oh yes, over here I used some cards, and they come with, if I'm correct, no, these are from the 3x4 card set. You know those 3x4 inch cards, which have the butterflies and quotes, and these are the plain ones. So I added a picture I find on the internet, and it's from a Dutch Facebook page, and it says that well, Holland is going to be in lockdown again. So on December 19th, we heard on the news we had to go back in lockdown again. So I think that is something to remember too. And at the bottom over here I used, this frame is from the same set with those 3x4 cards. And if I'm correct, these are the letters from Charlene and Ilse. Yes, they are. So some bits and pieces, some little journaling over here, and another page was finished. Number 20, I made some pictures in my craft room. I had a new drawer cabinet, my planners over here, and I tucked them in the pocket pages. The pocket pages, we are still waiting on them, but hopefully they will arrive soon. Page 21 or day 21, trees again, because I love to use them. Sorry, I want to say so much. Okay, trees again, because I just loved to use them in December. I still love them, but I use them quite sometimes. And a picture with 9 pictures, which I took when we were walking with the dogs on a morning. I'm not sure which day it was, the 21st, but it was cold, and you see all those frozen leaves. It was so beautiful. And then day 22. Oh, yes, I remember. That was a fun day, and we did a question and answering Facebook Live it was, or was it? No, it was on YouTube. No, it was on Facebook with Els. So Els was in the US, and I was here at home in Holland, and we were chatting, and you could all chat along with us. And so before we started, we had a little test, and Annika was also there, Elsa's granddaughter, and I had to put a picture in there too. And this is one of the cards with one of those Eurolock, that's how you call them, I think, slots, Eurolock slots. And this is from the Wave Pocket die set. So there are cards in the same set, which all have those Eurolock opening. I like them too. And this is the planner page again with the candles. Just an extra page because I thought it was a beautiful one to use. Moving over to number 23. And this is, let me see, yes, this is also from the tag pocket set. So here you can see a tag, and it has a matching pocket. So you can put the pocket onto a tag, and they come together in a set. And this is the set which also has the tag toppers included. I only used the tag with the pocket, and then I made 2 inserts, and these inserts also come from Sidekick pages. So again, I cut out 2 Sidekick pages, trimmed off the holes for the binder rings, and I trimmed them down a bit because they were too large to use in this pocket when you don't do that. So, but I like when I have cards with a tab attached, so you don't have to attach a separate tab yes, yourself. So well, if you have pages from the Sidekick collection, it's really fun to use them this way. Again, the numbers, don't forget the reinforcers. This is one of the new stamps again. Well, it's a fun page, that's what I think. And on page 24 you can see this frame, and that's a frame from the rounded corner page. There's this set with a rounded corner page. Oh, I think this is the one too. And then it has a mat, and that's what you see underneath, the whiter part. And that's what I made of, what's it called? Kasboek, I can't come up. Ledger paper, yes, ledger paper. So that's the mat, and this is the frame which is included. So you can put 2 pictures in this frame, and it's great for journaling. Yeah, Okay, so this was my page 24. 25, well, some days I don't have so much to tell or many things to do, but 25, it's Christmas Day, of course, and it's also in Holland. And in Holland we have 2 Christmas days, by the way, for those of you who don't know. So we always have 25 and 26th. 25, well, I like those stamps so much, so I wanted to include those 2. I didn't color them because coloring is not really my thing, but sometimes I do, but then I have to have plenty of time to do so. But I like them just in black and white too. Then we went for breakfast to my parents because we were allowed to have 4 visitors, so that was just okay. And in the afternoon, our son and his wife, okay, sorry, and his wife came for dinner with the children, and that was also allowed because of COVID regulations. Day 26, we went to another family member for dinner, which was also great, and I also only made some pictures and put them in the pocket pages, because that's also sometimes a really quick way to work, and so I could keep track of my complete month of December. Day 27, and as you can see, there's a large tag behind here, and you can see this text. Now what I did is I took a piece of paper from the reminiscence book, and then I typed this on my computer, so just in Word or any other program you use. I typed this quote, then I printed it on the reminiscence paper, so you can easily run that through your printer, and I used a thick paper, so it didn't give me any problems when printing. So well, I like the results. And here's a little strip just to give it some extra cut from a leftover. Here is one of the ornaments, also from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and again one of those large numbers. But it's really fun. If you want to have some text and you don't like writing yourself, you can always run our paper through your printer and type things or write things, and you can use any fonts you like. Day 28 already. There was nothing special going on that day, but I received a beautiful card from Marie Claire, so I added that one. So that was a quick page for me, because this is so pretty already. I just wanted to keep it in my journal, and it's really nice to watch this back later on and see all those pretty things. On day 29, I went to Gobi, my friend, and we did some crafting together. Well, we had to make a picture, of course. A hand here to cover my double chin. No, we were just having fun. And again, here are the cards from the Wave Pocket die set. And here is one of the frames I cut again from the reminiscence book. And I added an eyelet. Also, of course, I'm using the stamps. And here's also a piece from the reminiscence book saying Holly Jolly Everything. Well, here is my Advent calendar, and I must admit I didn't put anything in it yet. I was so busy this month, but I'm still thinking of printing out those little tiny pictures and then putting in a small picture behind every window. But that's on my to-do list. Day 30 and 31, the last days of the year. December 30, we had our booster vaccination, so not sure if you're able to see it. I found a picture on the internet with 3 well, vaccination thingies. I'm not sure how to call them, but it's not really clear what it is. But okay, I just wanted to put it in. And I used some trees on the background again, and one of the mats made with the rounded corner page. And the last day of the year, of course, I had to use this element from the reminiscence book. I added a little tab at the side, and that one fitted one of the binder rings also. So yeah, I thought it was fun to use. These are oliebollen. It's a little bit shiny. I hope you can see it. A lot of people in Holland bake them themselves on the last day of the year. I'm not that good in baking, so we just bought them, and they were delicious too. I added some of my girls, the larger number again, and well, that was my last day of last year, and I crossed 2021, so we are moving on to 2022 now. One last picture, which I also posted in the group to wish you all a happy new year. Here another extra page I did with the page, the window page. This is how I call them, the window pages. And I can use this one for a whole week. So I numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that was my journal. I hope you liked watching this. And again, if you have your own journal finished for the month of December, please post it in our Facebook group. It's the ECD Planner and Journaling group. And well, it's so much fun if we see what you have been making and what you are all working on. So please feel free to post your journal over there. And if you don't want to film, you don't have to speak. You can just flip it through. That's also fun. You don't have to give all the explanations just like I am doing, because I know it's hard for some people. So thanks again for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe so you will get a notification when I post something new. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And I hope to see you soon in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.